Death and the Maiden is a thriller film directed by Roman Polanski. It's been on my to-watch list for a while. This one is about Paulina. She is a housewife living in an unnamed country with her husband, a lawyer named Gerardo, and she has PTSD and trauma from being subjected to terrible tortures from the previous regime, which has been overthrown, and now they're sort of rooting out the criminal conspirators. And her husband will soon become the Minister of Justice, so she's very excited for that. However, her husband misses dinner because his car breaks down, and he gets a lift from a stranger, a doctor. However, she overhears his voice and recognizes him as the man who viciously assaulted her many times in the prison. So she takes advantage of the situation. She has a gun, takes him hostage, ties him up, explains it to her lawyer husband, and she wants him to confess. And her husband, you know, he's against this, but he doesn't have a choice, so now they have to sort of hold a mock trial. This movie is based off of a play, so it has a lot of small claustrophobic vibes. You know, they're living in the middle of nowhere in a small old house. Only the three characters on screen are the ones there. Mostly dialogue-driven movie. A lot of backstory. Really good act. I think the acting's really good overall, but I think Sigourney Weaver was a little miscast because she's supposed to be playing like a South American woman, but she's not. And then her husband is, and then Ben Kingsley is good, but he also, yeah, he's like British Indian. So I don't know about the you know, the race of the characters don't really match, but the acting's really good. That's the real takeaway from this movie, is the acting is like the best part. So some good monologues in there. It keeps up the tension and suspense because the man they have captured swears he's innocent, and you know, they're really like eschew on the different themes of vigilantism and forced confessions, because you know, they did terrible things to her during when they had her for 2 months, but you know, they're kind of doing the same thing to him, you know, there's a lot of like backstory and things that get revealed. A lot of character work. Is a very character-driven film because that's all you have to work with. And yeah, the acting's really great too. It sort of carries the whole movie. It's taut and well directed. Very haunting ending too. They're very memorable. I'll remember that forever. But Death and the Maiden is definitely not an easy watch, but it's definitely a really showcase of really great acting, strong direction, and character work. Definitely worth it if you're willing to, if you're into that sort of movie. So Death and the Maiden, I give it a 7 out of 10.